What's up guys, Chadley here, and I'm back again with another Borderlands 2 video. Today we're going to be looking at how to build the perfect OP10 Gunzerker. Also with this build, I'll have a file download for the save if you're on PC. If you're on PlayStation or Xbox, you can go ahead and download that and try to convert it. I've never attempted to convert a save from PC to Xbox or PlayStation, but I'm sure there are some tutorials out there if you guys want to look those up. Now before we get into the video, I got a big announcement for you guys. Since we hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday, I launched our Discord channel. On here, you can stay up to date with any news about the channel, along with links to all of my socials. In here, you can chat with everybody else in the server, and if you need some spicy memes in your life, we got a page for that as well. We also have an LFG section for each platform if you guys want to try to find somebody to play with. Right now, you guys can help Killy on PS4. And then we also have some voice channels for the other games. We have Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, pre-sequel, or if you guys just want to chat, there's a room for that as well. As you guys can see, we have 17 members so far, and would love to have more of you guys join. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys my perfect skill tree, in my opinion, for Salvador, along with all perfect items. I gave you guys an almost full backpack, and I got a bunch of other items in the bank for you as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this build. Start off to look at this build, we're going to start in the skill trees here. And very first, Gunlust skill tree. So you're going to want to put 5 points into locked and loaded. Having fire rate is one of Salvador's key components to success. Then to add on to that damage, you're going to need critical hit damage. And the weapon spot speed isn't a main factor in this, but it ends up being pretty nice, mainly for the critical hit damage. And moving on to tier 2, we're going to skip the all I need is 1. It's really not that good. You're not going to be switching weapons like every single second. So you're just going to put all 5 points into gun damage and reload speed because, again, more damage. And the reload speed is super nice because less time you spend reloaded, the more time you're going to spend shooting people. You're also going to want to put 5 points into Divergent Likeness in the 3rd tier. This is going to be very helpful when you're using the classic Herald and Grog Nozzle combo. Since the Herald and Grog Nozzle are obviously both pistols, you're going to be doing 30% more damage. And with this build, you're going to be gunzerking basically all the time, so you're going to be basically doing 30% more damage all the time. Then for the middle skill, it's just 1 point. It's kind of a nice thing to have. When you get a kill, it reloads the other pair of guns that are not out. Then for probably the best skill in this tier is Money Shot. You're going to be doing so much damage with this skill because you're going to be doing up to 400% more damage on the last shot in the magazine. This skill is super awesome for the Ahab Pimpernel combo and is very critical to beating any sort of boss. Because when you combine Money Shot with the Evil Monk class mods, like right here, you're going to be getting +6 Money Shot along with almost 60% critical hit damage and almost 40% fire rate. So using that class mod with this is fantastic, and I highly suggest switching to that class mod when you're facing raid bosses. Now Lay Waste is really awesome with the legendary Gunzerker class mod. After every kill, you're going to increase your fire rate and critical hit damage. This is going to allow you to tear through a bunch of mobs. Then Down Not Out is an amazing perk to have. It is very imperative to have this skill when you're trying to get your second wins. It's just so much easier to get a kill when you can have a Grog and a Herald in your hand, or switch over to your Pimpernel and Ahab, or whatever other guns you guys want to be using. Now since this build is definitely focused around being in Gunzerk a lot of the time, there's just no point of having this skill, as it only is in effect when your Gunzerking is cooling down. And half the time when you're Gunzerking, you're going to gain your Gunzerk skill back before your Gunzerk even runs out. So you're going to constantly be Gunzerking. Then for the capstone of this tree, we're going to go with no kill like overkill. Killing an enemy grants bonus damage to your next shot equal to the amount of excess damage you dealt to the enemy you just killed. This is awesome. If you can combo killing just a general mob and then shooting at a boss, you're gonna rip through that boss. I do this all the time when farming the bunker. I'll just go ahead and kill 1 or 2 loaders, let the no kill like overkill stack up, and then start shooting at the bunker, and the bunker just melts away like it's nothing. Well, let's move on to the rampage tree. There's no real point of inconceivable, so we're just going to kind of skip that one. But filled to the brim is awesome. You're getting more magazine size, and you're going to be carrying more ammo. Then on to tier 2, we're going to put all 5 points in to last longer, so we can be Gunzerking more. Pretty self-explanatory. And then we're also going to pick up all in the reflexes, as you're going to be getting a hefty reload speed buff. And like I said earlier, the less time you spend reloading, the more time you're going to be spending shooting people, and the faster you're going to kill them. And for the third tier, you're going to want all 5 points into the cooldown rate of Gunzerking. That way you can just get your Gunzerk back all the time and be always Gunzerking, doing the most damage possible. And steady as she goes is pretty nice. It's just 1 point. You get less recoil and a chance to improve accuracy. This is really nice because obviously when you're Gunzerking, you won't be able to aim down sight. So added accuracy and less recoil is always a plus. And now down to the 4th tier, you're going to put all 5 points into Yippee-Ki-Yay. This is probably the most important skill for staying in Gunzerk for the longest time possible. You can basically Gunzerk forever if there's enough enemies. Like if you were in the bar brawl, you could literally Gunzerk forever. You just kill the wave, go claim the reward, and run back in. It's never going to go away. It's never even going to come close to going away. So overall, great skill to have. And for the other skill in this tier, double your fun. You're going to be throwing 2 grenades for the price of 1 while you're Gunzerking. You're going to be Gunzerking all the time, so might as well be throwing 2 grenades, especially when using like Magic Missile or Chain Lightning for slagging and healing. Then down to the 5th tier, we're going to get some, all 5 points into there. This is going to allow you to shoot an enemy, and it's going to reduce the cooldown on your Gunzerk. This skill right here is going to let you regain your Gunzerk before your current Gunzerk even runs out. So when your Gunzerk eventually runs out, you can just go right back into it and keep going. Then for the capstone of Rampage, you're going to get keep firing while Gunzerking. The longer you hold down the trigger, the faster your guns fire, and the faster you reload. This is fantastic for raid bosses who have a ton of health. Just hold down your triggers. You're going to be shooting way faster and be reloading way quicker, and you're going to be doing way more damage overall. So now to the last tree, Brawn. This one I don't really use too much, but I like Insight because when you get hit, you're going to be moving faster and reloading quicker, and you're going to be getting shot all the time, so I like all 5 points into there, and with the legendary Gunzerker class mod, you're going to get another 5 out of that. Now at this point, you're going to have 4 points left. I like the health regen, and then I like to put 1 point into Asbestos. This is because with the Evil Monk class mod, you're going to get a bonus in here. So I like to just have that bonus active when I'm using that class mod. If you don't agree with these two, you're welcome to switch up those 4 points with anything else, as damage reduction is pretty nice, but I just like the health regen a little bit more than the damage reduction. Now I'll just go into toggle overview here, and you guys can put in your skill points, pause the video, do whatever you need to do. Alright. Now let's start looking at some guns. Now what you see equipped on my Salvador right now is my most used setup for Salvador. Obviously you're going to want your double penetrating unkempt herald. You're going to be doing the most damage possible. And combine that with the grog nozzle, things are just going to absolutely melt. Now for the third slot, I like to put on the Ahab, as I like to do the Ahab Pimpernel combo. And my Pimpernel, I like to use a slag one, so the explosive effect from the Ahab gets a little boost, and things are just going to be absolutely melting. Then for just general mobbing, I like to put on the Sham. Pretty self-explanatory. You're not really going to be taking that much damage. And then for the class mod, Legendary Gunzerker. This has great cooldown rate and great skills. You're going to be in Gunzerk all the time, which is, I think, the best way to play Salvador. As when you're in Gunzerk, you're going to be doing an insane amount of damage no matter what. The longer you're in there, the more insane damage you're going to be doing. And for my grenade mod, I like to use the Chain Lightning for instant healing, because most of the time I'll have the Herald and Grog Nozzle out, but sometimes people will be too far away to accurately hit them with these. So I'll just go ahead and throw a grenade, and then I'm also going to be throwing 2, so I'm almost guaranteed to get all of my health back in basically an instant. Then for my relic, I like to use a Sheriff's Badge, as the Herald and Grog Nozzle are my main 2. So the pistol damage and pistol fire rate is awesome, and the fight for your lifetime is very helpful too, especially in these later OP levels when you're just getting absolutely destroyed by mobs. Now let's move on to the backpack. We got an interfacer of every flavor, so whatever you guys need to fight and you want to use the interfacer, got you covered, along with a corrosive, fire, and shock Norfleet for getting those second wins, 2 low-level bada booms for rocket jumping, low-level Logan's gun for regenning rocket ammo, every flavor of conference call for whatever you need to fight, an ogre just because why not, and then every flavor of Pimpernel. The slag one, like I said, is equipped right now, but then you got the shock, fire, and corrosive here. 2 fire lady fists, one is the win-win, the damage one, and the other is the redundant. I have the other flavors in the bank right now if you guys don't want to be using the fire ones, but fire is really nice for a lot of the raid bosses, especially Haterax and Terramorphous. Then down with the relics, we have a Bone of the Ancients of every element. Then class mods, the only other one that I really ever use is a Chaotic Evil Monk class mod. I have all the other legendary class mods in the bank for you guys if you guys want to use one of those. Then down to grenade mods, we got the Crossfire for slagging bosses, Longbow Slag Singularity, level 80, just so it does a little less damage to you, but it's just for grouping up mobs, or if you guys want to crush Master Yi. If you guys want to learn how to do that, go ahead and watch my top 5 glitches video that I released the other day. I'll have a link in the description down below to show you guys how to do that. Then next, we got a low-level magic missile for slagging enemies and not killing yourself. Then for shields, we got the evolution for fighting non-shooting enemies. One of every resistance B, inflammable, grounded, alkaline, and a Rough Rider. Okay, now let's take a look at the bank, because I got a few more things in here. I have an every flavor stinger for you guys, if you guys want to go just crazy fire rate, Salvador. I got a flacker if you wanted to use that with the Ahab instead of the Pimpernel. Every flavor Sandhawk, including a non-elemental. I don't really use these on Salvador, but if you want to give one to one of your other characters, you're more than welcome to. Then here are the other flavor Lady Fists. Shock ones down here for some reason. There's a ×2 Grog's Nozzle in here if you would rather use that instead of the fire rate, but I prefer fire rate as the thing is mainly just used for slagging, and the faster you shoot, the more chances you have of a target getting slagged. And I have all the other legendary class mods for you in here if you guys decide to want to use one of those. Then for grenade mods, I got a sticky longbow Quasar for you guys if you guys want to group up enemies and take out their shields. And then for shields, I got an every flavor Big Boom Blaster. So that's going to wrap it up for, in my opinion, the best Salvador build you can have. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a thumbs up on the video to let me know. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We've been growing like crazy, and I'm just really excited to keep making videos for you guys. Especially with Borderlands 3 coming up. I'm going to be putting out so many videos, and I just want to share it with all you guys. Make sure to go follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming a lot more. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with news about the channel. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see a little bit more personal side to my life. And make sure to go join that new Discord server. It's a really neat way for me to interact with you guys, and is also very helpful for you guys to find games with each other, and we can just get a nice community going here. Make sure to let me know down below what character I should do next for the perfect OP10 builds. If you're in America, have a happy 4th of July, and I'll see you guys later.